How's it going, everybody? Today I'm making a video. I'm going to be working on my 95 Nissan pickup. Need to change the power steering pump on this. Got somewhat of a leak. Got the power steering pump sitting right here. You can see it's got some wetness around it. Another thing I seen was on the top up here, so I know there's some kind of a leak on it. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that replaced out today. One of the things I got to do first though is remove the air breather. You can see the air breather's got two wing nuts. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 clips around the side. You got to undo those to get it up. Another thing you want to be careful with is it's got a vacuum line under here that's connected to it. So I got to disconnect that when I pick that up. Drain the fluid out of the reservoir here, and then get started on undoing all the bolts and everything to get it all taken out. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to run and gather all my tools that I'm going to need. Looks like it's going to be maybe 15, 13, possibly a 12 millimeter. But I'm going to go ahead and grab all that stuff and grab the new pump that I have in my garage that I just got yesterday and get started on this, and we'll see how it goes. Alright, I just wanted to give you a better look at everything after I got the tubing for the breather off. Took the tubing here, it had a couple hoses that were connected to it. That's laying down right there. You can see a better look at the power steering pump. But what I wanted to show you is I was going to be draining the reservoir, and how I do it makes it a little bit easier. I have one of the self-bleeder kits from a brake for my brakes, but instead of using the bottle for it, I went ahead and just used the vacuum pump, the hoses, and drilled a couple holes in the top of a old Pepsi bottle, since it's going to get thrown away anyways. Got a screen in here that we need to take out, get out of the way. It's a filter, like a screen to, just filter out any contaminants when you put your fluid in. We're going to take that out. Alright, let me get my little pump here, show you how it works. Just hang on just a second so I can put the hose back into it. Alright, so I got it in the reservoir, the other one there. I got the vacuum pump here, so I'll just start pumping the fluid into that bottle down there until all the fluid is out. And the bottle is, well, it's not going to fill it completely up, but until I get the reservoir out, so that way I don't make a big mess with the fluid once I start disconnecting the hoses. But I just wanted to show you that, as well as to loosen up the fan belt right here to get the pump out when you're working on it. It's got a little tensioner here, so I don't know if you could see right in the front there's a nut that you have to loosen up. Once you loosen that up, then you can loosen this one up, and it'll move inward and take the tension off of the belt, so you can get the belt over the pulley. So that's one thing you want to keep in mind as well. So let me go ahead and get this finished, drained out, draining out the reservoir, and I'll get that loosened up in the belt off, and we'll go from there. Alright, I got the reservoir all drained out. Fluid's all down there in the bottle. One thing you want to be aware of is when you take out this screen, you're going to find some crap at the bottom of it. So you just want to make sure that you clean this out real good before you put it back in. So now that I got this off, or this done, I'm going to go ahead and loosen the tensioner of the belt. Get that out of the way. Get this hose disconnected and pull it up. Get it out of the way. This is the pressure line that's going down to the gearbox. So this one, actually the new power steering pump came with a new seal for it, so I'm going to get this one disconnected, get it up out of the way as well, cap it off so it doesn't leak, and then I'll start getting the pump out. Alright, I got all the lines disconnected, got the belt off, so all I got to do is get this thing out of here. Now, some people will take off the pulley while it's in here, but I got a pulley puller that'll get it off afterwards. What I wanted to show you though is down in the back. Let's see if we can zoom in. Right down there, there's a bolt. Right down. Let's see, where's it at? There's another bolt down in here. Get that wire out of the way. It's right below this wire here. There it is down there. So there's 3 of them all together down there. There's a bracket right here that bolts to the back of this unit, but this one bolt here will loosen that whole bracket, so it'll all come off. So instead of having to do all 3 of those, I just have to loosen this one. There's one right here, another one on the side down here, and then there's another one at the bottom, and I can access those through the holes in the pulley. And I believe those ones are 13 millimeter, or it's possible they could be 15. So let me get my 15 and we'll take a look and see which one it is. It looks like they might be the 13. 15 is too big for it. So let me go ahead and get those off. Those 3 bolts, 4 bolts, and pull the pump out, and then we'll be able to get the back plate off, the pulley off, put it on the new pump. I'll be right back. All right, I got it out of there. There's the old one. This is the new one. So what I got to do now is take off this little valve here, open this up. That will connect here. It's got 2 bolts. Take the pulley off and then get the pulley on, and it'll be ready to go. Also, what I was telling you about the back, that little bracket, that's it right there. So there's 3 bolts holding that on. So we're going to get that off and put that back onto the new one. Get that done, get the pulley done, and get it ready to put back in. Alright, I got the pulley, everything back on the new one. Got it back in place. Just got 1 bolt on it holding it in for right now. I got to do the other 3. Got those up here. And those 3 bolts, 4 bolts, are actually a 14 millimeter. So I'm going to get those back in, connect my hoses back up. I'm going to go get a couple new belts. I noticed I need some belts on here. So I'm going to go grab me a couple new belts to get back on here. And then we should be all good and ready to go. Let me get everything tightened down and then get it all reconnected. And I'll show you what I got from there. Alright, there it is, all put back together. Now I'm gonna go run and get me a new belt for the power steering, but also get a new belt for the alternator. I don't know if you could see that tensioner there. Should have more space on that side than what it actually does. So the belt, it looks like, might be just maybe a 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch too big. So I'm gonna go ahead and replace that. That's when it goes to my power steering, or not my power steering, my AC unit. And one thing I did notice is that I'm getting a squealing from that once I get it all going. So we'll see what happens. Thanks for watching. All right, there it is. New power steering pump. Everything's back together. New belts on it. No more squealing coming from the belts. So it looks like the job is all done. Made sure there's no leaks. So everything's working good. Thank you for watching.